Okay, boys. So usually I would ask you, how are you? Is everything fine with you? But today,
Yes.
I really don't care. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care. Because the only thing that matters today is the music 3x3 that we are planning today. So,
Hey.
welcome,
Woo!
Benjamin, the music emperor, and Stevie, the one with the long nose and the long instrument knowledge. The wide instrument knowledge that you don't.
Never played an instrument in my life, but thank you.
And me, I also never played an instrument, but that's what makes me special, I guess. And today we're going to share our music takes, our beautiful music tastes, and just give you recommendations. Maybe you can check out some music from us, and maybe there's a surprise pick from one of us, or maybe you'll be surprised from our taste. So yeah, boys, who wants to start?
Before we start, I just want to acknowledge, this time you said like Stevie's nose was long. We're not trying to like offend Stevie with the openings that we do, because especially the last one might sound like it, but it was literally me just having a brain fart. Just wanted to clarify that.
No, I get treated fairly by my friends. Don't worry.
Yeah. Also, Stevie shits on me all the time, so it's the correct way of
only fair,
introducing
yes.
him. Yeah, it's only
So,
fair.
boys, do we want to do a random number generator for who will start?
Yeah. With Stevie's
Wait,
RNG,
okay.
he's sure to win.
What
Now,
does that
I don't
mean?
know if win does mean that he goes first or second or third, but he will win.
Okay, so
Okay.
first, number one obviously is me, because I am the best host of this podcast. Then
Okay.
I shall not decide. I will take the Discord order. Alex is the second one. This is not my opinion.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is what
second.
Discord says.
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order.
Hey,
And
I'm
Stevie
what the fuck?
is the
My
third
name
one.
is Alex.
No, but your Discord username is Lampadin.
Oh, okay.
True. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, definitely. I didn't take any sides. I'm gonna roll now.
Make it more suspenseful.
And the winner is Stevie.
Oh, I struggle the most with finding candidates, but that's all right.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh shit. Okay.
What's your first impressions?
No, I just thought we picked.
Mhm.
I picked.
I know.
One
I
similar.
think all of them except the one in the lower right, like in the lower corners.
Okay.
And the first one in the top left.
Okay.
I don't know the second one and the last one.
Okay, so from the
So-
top we have Yoasobi.
Yeah.
Then we
Okay.
have Lena Raine, Ado,
Mm-hmm.
Mori Calliope, Eve, Imagine Dragons, Zutomayo, Shoji Meguro, and Gareth Coker.
Lots of Japanese.
Yes, lots of
Musicians in
Japanese
there.
musicians.
I didn't know you were into Zutomayo.
We'll get to that.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious.
So
Yeah.
I
Let's
struggle.
start with Yoasobi, because I don't know what that is.
No, you know
It's
her.
it's a music duo. And you know the intro, the second intro from
Beastars.
Beastars. Yeah, thank you.
I have not seen the second season of Beastars.
Do you know the song
How?
by any chance?
No,
I don't
no.
know.
It's
like,
by her.
I
Really?
think
No,
we've
no,
already.
no. You have seen it because you've been in Discord with me and Stevie. If you had the bot on in the last like 3 months, then you probably heard her.
Oh, really good song.
Oh yeah, probably. Okay.
Well, I have a lot of Japanese musicians and I have video game composers I have 3 video game
That
composers,
are also
4 Japanese artists.
Japanese.
Yes, that are us.
True.
And Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons and Mori.
Well, she's also kind of technically Japanese.
Kind of.
I didn't know the Arcane intro band was Imagine Dragons.
You didn't
You
know?
didn't?
No. I
Oh.
just recently found out, like, I think a few days ago.
I see. Yeah, no. Their intro was definitely like it was a taste thing. Some people really liked it. I personally enjoy it. Some people really hated it. I don't
I
know.
like
yeah,
it as
I
well.
didn't enjoy it.
You didn't enjoy it. I like strangely liked it.
I wouldn't say I love it either. I think it's pretty okay.
Okay, sorry. We interrupted you, Stevie, but yeah, go on.
Okay, so all of these you see here, I listen to regularly now, except for Imagine Dragons. That's the only like historical pick I have on here, I guess. I don't have that long of a history of listening to music like you two, and my life is also shorter, so there are less possibilities.
I mean,
so,
let's clarify. How much younger are you than us?
I'm 5 years younger.
Crazy.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, of course you went to school with my brother. What the fuck? I
Yeah.
feel so old now.
I feel so wise.
I have like most of them are on my Fiber feed for the same reasons. For Yoasobi, Eve, and Ado, they're like the only musicians and Mori, I guess. They're the only musicians I still follow. And I didn't follow any musicians until recently, and damn, music is good. Like,
Yeah.
Hot
Artists.
take, crazy.
I love how Stevie slowly discovers a media through us, like anime,
Yes,
and now
I
he
d-
discovers music.
I only played video games before, and you two guys, you opened a lot of doors for me, and one of them was music.
Brother,
That's
I
so
gave you
heartwarming.
eyes.
You gave me eyes.
And
the rap
nose.
The rap
Me,
didn't quite
me
land,
like,
but the
oh,
Japanese
that's so
artist
cute
did.
of you to say, Alex. Be like, brother, I created you.
Yeah.
I was there when it was written.
I gave you ears for the music, I gave you eyes for the anime, and I gave you a long nose for the Persona 5 Igor.
Thank you.
So, wait, let me clarify, because Stevie has as a Discord profile picture himself photoshopped as Igor from Persona 5, because there was a meme between us, just to clarify.
That's why we sometimes call him Steve Gore.
Yeah, yeah.
And my nose is also pretty long for my age.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
wouldn't say
and,
so.
and we introduced him to more sushi, so we also gave him taste. Like, we literally created you, Stevie. You
Yes,
are
my
born from us.
And you know what the best part is? I came to know you through Fortnite.
Oh, no.
Not me. I
Not
shall
you.
not be participating in
No,
this.
I didn't know you from Fortnite.
Yeah, indirectly.
Yeah, indirectly. We should have an origin story like
We should.
one time, yeah. Definitely.
We should come up with a cool one, not the one we have.
Yeah. So Iron Man.
I think it is pretty epic
So
as is.
Thanos snapped the earth and created us three, the legendary weeps and gamers. And
And musicians too now.
I imagined like the 16th chapel, you know, or I don't think it's the 16th chapel, but like God giving life to Adam, and it's like God has Thanos photoshopped onto him, and on the other side is like Steve Gore.
we're doing like an epic VTuber lore video, but just for this fucking podcast.
So anyway, Stevie, you were saying?
So yeah, I was saying, when these three announce a new song, I have the date in my head when the song comes out, and I'll go out of my way to listen it between school hours because the songs always come out at like 10 or 11 a.m. and I'm at school, so I have to work around the few minutes I have between switching classes and the professor leaves, and I have to plug in my earphones just to listen to the song. I mean, that's from not listening to music at all to this
Yeah.
level of dedication. That's a pretty big
Yeah.
jump.
I don't know, Alex. When you were in high school, were you ever like that? Because I don't think I remember. Maybe like when the new Eminem album came out. I think that's the only time I was like
it
this
depends.
dedicated.
It started in high school where I was very dedicated to music, actually. So maybe not in the first year of high school, but after, I think, the second year, I was definitely super into music. Like, I started listening to music wherever I could, even like during school, just popping in some music. I remember distinctly, I was in fourth grade. Not in fourth grade. I'm sorry. It's how the American system
In like
works.
fourth year of high
In
school.
the
for
fourth
us.
year of high school, yeah. And I was just there sitting with my friend, and we put on some Juice WRLD and we started dancing like. in like during school hours, and I remember distinctly the teacher coming always up to us and calling us like, go back to kindergarten or something. So
Yeah. Now that you like mentioned that, I distinctly remember you being like, we like talked about music kind of before that point somewhat, but you never were like, you never really had any taste. I wanted to say no. You never really had any special bands you were following, except like the moment you got into high school and some of the guys introduced you to like trap and Juice WRLD and like certain rappers, then you got really into music.
there was a point before that, but we'll get into that because I ordered mine chronologically. So we'll get into that. So we are stealing the spotlight from Stevie. I'm so sorry, Stevie.
Yeah, no,
No,
I just
I
wanted
love
to ask
I
him
love
a
hearing
question.
about your stories. As
No,
well.
no,
Oh.
you're right.
I just wanted to ask him a question. Stevie, how is it for like guys in, or like people in your class? Are your people really like following any artists? Your classmates, I mean, not your fucking
Oh
people,
well, I'm not so sure actually. Like I feel like they don't follow certain artists. Like some of my friends in class, they listen to classics or songs that were popular in the early 2010s,
Mm.
or some of them just listen to what's the newest trend on TikTok. There isn't like a clear trend for everyone to follow. But there is
Yeah,
one
I see.
thing I'm sure of. Nobody likes the music I listen to.
Well,
You're
you
the
have
only
guys.
only weeb in your class?
Yes,
No,
I
he's
am.
not. Wait, what?
No, well, yes, now I am because the only other girl that was a weeb switched schools.
Wait, but Ruff watched the Star Wars anime, so he is a winner. No, I'm just joking. Oh, so you're the only weep in the class. I thought there were
Yes.
more. Okay. So we were talking about Yoasobi. Tell us.
Do you only know them from the Beastars intro?
I got to know them through the Beastars intro, but I like almost all of their songs, and I can be pretty sure whenever a new one comes out, it'll be a good one, and it's going to my playlist. Just as the same as it is for Ado, and especially for Eve. I don't have a single song I mildly dislike from Eve. I think every one of Eve's songs is average at the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Can I add something to Yoasobi?
Yeah.
So she's very popular in Japan. She had like, I think, one of the, if not the biggest song in 2020 that talked about suicide and how addiction to someone's love.
Which one?
Oh shit, I don't know because it's Japanese. I don't remember the name, but I know it's very popular, and it got like 300 million views on
Crazy.
YouTube, which is crazy because it only is that popular in Japan. So every Japanese listener knows Yoasobi.
Oh wait, I think
Yep.
I know. I think I know which song you're talking about.
Mm.
It's called Yoru Nikakeru. Perfect pronunciation. Holy shit. I'm sorry.
Really
Very
good
cringe.
song though.
Yeah, it is a good song. The fucking music video is age restricted though.
Yeah,
What?
because it talks about harmful topics. Because the lyrics are or the song is not that depressing. It's more when you listen to the lyrics and the visuals. It talks about I think I don't know if it's Western or Japanese, but it talks about a very famous short story. I think it's a poem as well. No, not a poem. It's a short story. My bad. Which is basically and it's reflected in the lyrics. She talks about this perspective of the guy that loves a girl that's just depressed as fuck, and she is in love with death. And through him being in love with her, he becomes in love with death, and at the end of it, he commits double suicide with her. Very depressing.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but just from like listening to it, you wouldn't know because it's very calming.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, I didn't know that last bit. I don't really look into the songs I listen to. I just jam to the music.
Hmm. It's good to jam to it. It's just that when you start realizing like it kind
Next
of
time I listen to it, I'm gonna have this in the back of my head and like, holy fuck, this song is
you're
about
just going to
suicide now.
cry while dancing.
Yeah.
Cry dancing.
Now I understand all the videos that like the memes that are like Japanese artists singing about suicide and depression and weeps vibing to the songs.
I think the same goes for some other songs as well. But
I mean,
yeah,
I think it's even more the case for like Eve, because
I actually don't know.
just like looking at his videos, because I haven't looked much into his lyrics.
Oh yeah, from
But
his videos.
from
Yeah,
his
from the
totally.
music
videos
videos, you
alone.
can definitely tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that he focuses a lot on like self-worth and suicide and depression and stuff like that. So yeah, let's keep going. I actually want to talk about Lena Raine a bit.
Who is
what
Lena
was-
Raine?
She's the composer for Celeste, and she also did a couple of songs in Minecraft.
I think she's most famous for the Celeste soundtrack.
Yeah, for Celeste.
Which is amazing, by the way. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. Also, like, buy the game. It's an amazing game. And yeah, I listen to her regularly as well. How like, what is it you especially like about her, or kind of did you get to her music through Celeste? Because I
Yeah,
think you
through
played
Celeste.
it, right?
Yeah, but I haven't really expanded on the other on her other fields. I only listened to the Celeste soundtrack.
Hmm.
What do
But
you
like all
like
of the game,
about
all of
this?
all of the composers I have on here, I love. I feel like the music in these games, so Celeste, Persona, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It's I can listen to the music and I just want to play the game again.
Mm.
Yeah.
What
I
what do you
I
like
don't get
about
that.
her?
I don't get that. I don't get that about like. That's when I think the video game soundtrack succeeds at best. I
Mhm.
can only hear the music and I would just want to play the game.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So, what are some bangers from her music? Can you tell me if I want to, because I've played Celeste. I just played it without sound. Like I do most
No, you
games.
didn't, right?
What?
No,
Yeah.
that's a huge
did
drawback.
not.
Celeste without the music is like eating bread without the water.
Bro,
in it.
like when I play
Only
video
wheat.
games, I listen to YouTube stuff. So I don't
No.
play.
Bro, it's like
You're
it's the
missing
same level
out,
of
you're
you
missing
telling
out.
me like you played through Persona without the soundtrack.
No, okay. To be fair, there were segments when I was not watching YouTube videos and I listened to the soundtrack. But like I would say I listened to half of the soundtrack.
Do you guys usually listen to other music while playing video games?
No, YouTube
Depends
videos.
on the game.
Yeah, it depends on the game. If it's very story focused, yes, but it depends. If it's like Celeste, I just watch YouTube videos while playing. I want to
The
be.
only game I can think of where I listen to or would do something or like watch something or listen to something is Frostpunk, right now.
Wait,
Yeah.
No, I feel like no other game. Like I always listen to the soundtrack of the game,
really?
except for
Yeah.
Frostpunk. I can't think of anything else now.
Like,
Oh,
it's,
I gotta say though, Frostpunk's
Oh, and Minecraft.
soundtrack is amazing as well. Like
Yeah, it's not bad.
the amount of emotion
agree.
carried by that music is crazy.
yeah, but you're telling me you like never watch YouTube videos or a stream or something while you play a game? Like,
No, I don't.
Like depends. It really depends. You
Like if-
you never do it, Stevie, like at all.
No, never. Almost never.
really?
Crazy.
As I said, when I play Frostpunk, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah, like when
Okay.
I'm just sitting there playing Elden Ring or Yu-Gi-Oh, I just pop on some YouTube videos. Like even
But
if
yeah,
it's my
Yu-Gi-Oh! I listen to music while playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah, even if it's my favorite game like Elden Ring, like I can't I really want to play some YouTube videos, even if it's just about Elden Ring. I just need something in the background, or like I said, music.
Though I think think that's a good thing, because I just think about it this way, that I have the feeling sometimes like some media I am not able to like focus on 100%, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good thing to
No,
have something in the background always.
in theory, it's not. It's like the same phenomenon from TikTok. It shortens your attention span.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely have that problem, but for me it really depends on what kind of game. Cause I think Elden Ring is a pretty good example. Cause like most of the time in Elden Ring, where you like run around and just move through the area and stuff, then like there I can watch. For example, I watched TV Skyen's Elden Ring boss analysis thing
Yeah.
yesterday while playing Elden Ring. But like the moment I need to concentrate on the game and like focus, for example, to do a boss, or especially if there's like special music, I usually turn the stuff off to like focus on what is happening.
Oh
But like,
yeah. I get it with bosses when I need to focus. But for me, just listening to YouTube videos is for me just because I normally just listen to documentaries or like podcasts. So for me, it's just an alternative to being Discord. It's not that I focus on the video. I just focus on the game, and I need something in the background to listen to if I'm bored. But like I can shut down the thing in the background and focus on the game as well.
You just said it's like an alternative to being in a Discord call.
Yeah.
But for me, some games I just have to play alone and listen to the soundtrack while doing it.
yeah, me
I
as well.
cannot be in a call.
Yeah, I get
That goes for Persona, absolutely. I can play Ori or Celeste while in a Discord call, but the experience is so much better when I'm just alone.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like-
I get that with Persona as well.
For me, I think Persona is okay in like a Discord call, because I mean the story of that game, it's not bad, but it's like it's just like nothing extremely special, and like I can see that dialogue and be like, oh yeah, then I get what this means. But like with other games where I have to, and also Persona doesn't mostly consist of reading. It a big part of it is reading, but if I'm like in a dungeon or something, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But if there is a game, I think, what is a good example recently? For example, Hunt Showdown, where I really need to concentrate, and like that is a game where you can't listen to anything in the background because audio is such a
Okay,
such an
Yeah,
essential part.
in other multiplayer games as well, I
Yeah.
feel like
No,
yeah,
that's a really
play worse
extreme
if you-
case.
yeah, I would say I can listen to if I'm playing like online Smash, I can listen to YouTube videos.
yeah, I guess
With
Smash, yeah.
with Smash, I could. I think.
When you play
Yeah.
casual, maybe, but online,
Yeah, with casual. Like,
Online,
like if
not.
I'm tryharding, of course not. But like,
no, I'm just talking about online.
but also with Guilty Gear, I never know if I like because Guilty Gear's music is so goddamn good. But on the other hand, like after some time, it gets repeated.
Yeah,
So-
because you only have one track with your character, so you can
No, you can adjust that. It's hidden in the character selection menu.
I haven't touched upon Mori, Zutomayo, or Imagine Dragons at all. So let's go to Imagine Dragons, shall we?
Wait. Doesn't come Ado first in your like, or you can actually proceed however
I can
you want.
kind of clump Yoasobi, Ado, and Eve all together as the artists that made me that you showed me, and I like music now, and I am very committed to them.
But
to
you
the
put
point
Eve
of-
in the middle.
Yes, Eve is especially like Eve just has the best music, I feel.
Okay, then let's retouch on Eve later on.
Okay.
Because I think that will be in other 3x3s
yeah,
as well.
I'm pretty sure if anyone artist would be on all of our 3x3s, it would be Eve.
No.
Yeah.
No, oh, never mind.
Well,
Spoilers!
Alex
I
had
had
a
the
very
feeling.
different
I had the feeling.
approach to it, I think.
Okay.
I have
So, and-
one artist though that's the same as Stevie.
Okay. So anyway, Imagine Dragons. This is
These
like
nuts. Sorry.
These nuts, yes. This is like the only band I can remember from like I used to listen in middle school, or me and my brother really liked them at the time, and I don't listen to them at all really today. The Arcane intro was pretty good, I'll give them that. And now I can also enjoy them through memes, aka the
Yeah.
parodies that are very good.
What's your favorite Imagine Dragons song?
Thunder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thunder's pretty good, yeah.
I never liked Thunder. I-
Do you like any of their music?
Oh yeah, I used to listen to Imagine Dragon like crazy, to the point where I'm now, that I really can't listen to them anymore.
Yeah, okay.
I'm kind of the same. I'm not as crazy as Alex, where I'm like I can't listen to them anymore, but I certainly like don't like them as much anymore.
Yeah, I also
Also-
kind of fell out.
Also,
But
kind
this
of the
is-
internet destroyed it for me, because like I don't want to say I'm easily influenced, but subconsciously my brain is like, people consider them to be bad, even though I don't, like, even though I disagree. I certainly dislike some of the newer stuff. For example, like you have Origins there. I disliked a big part of Origins. I really don't like that album.
No shit, I never listened to it. I just picked this picture because it looked
Okay.
good.
Okay, because like my favorite album was Evolve back in the day. It's like back in the day. It's fucking like 2017 or when it came out. It's not that long ago.
That's 5 years ago.
yeah. It's 5 years ago.
It's the difference between you and me, Stevie.
Yeah.
I really loved Radioactive for my part.
Yeah, that's I also really used to like that song.
I personally always like Demons a bit more, but Radioactive is really, really good. But I think my favorite is from Evolve, which was what was it called? I don't know why. Do you know?
Oh
that song?
yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I
That's
really
also
like that
nice.
one.
Yeah, Radioactive. I really like the when he breathes in, and the memes
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least I can enjoy
At
them
least
today as
memes, yeah.
Yeah, at least memes.
Well, look, I don't know. There's like people can meme on them all they want, and I really dislike some of the new songs they brought out. Those I think are just objectively very bad. But what I was really impressed always, like what really impressed me from the Imagine Dragons is how much emotion the lead singer was always able to like convey. Because like there's kind of the meme that they're always kind of like screaming, or like not screaming, but you know, they kind of always sound the same a bit.
Yeah, I would say they scream, but kind of monotone without emotions. I would just
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them.
Yeah, I
really
agree
hit
with
me.
Alex more than I do with you, Benny. Like,
Okay,
if I
crazy.
listen to two,
If I listen to Ado and Imagine Dragons,
I mean, Ado is just a completely different level. She's like crazy.
she's a different beast, yeah.
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 But
But-
like, in Imagine Dragons, I also feel like if I listen to a part in one song, the guy just sounds the exact same in the next, or very similar. Is that only me?
Yeah, no, it's not only you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Many songs instrumentally also feel the same, I feel.
Yeah, that definitely. Like I
Yes.
agree with the notion that they kind of always do the same.
Yeah.
That I can agree with a lot of criticisms against them, and I do feel the same with some of them. But some people just like hate on them and like think they're a shit band, which I personally disagree.
I mean, they had their peak. I would say today I can't see them as anything other than a shit band. But I think they were at a point where they were considered a good band, and it was warranted. No, warranted? Is that the right word?
Warranted, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
that's,
warranted.
that's a word.
That's a word.
No,
That's a term.
I was asking if that was the right term in the context.
No, if it was wrong, I would have thrown fucking chalk at you like the teacher. from
I
Persona.
thought I would throw you into jail. I thought you would say that. Yeah.
You're going to jail in Monopoly.
A pick that I'm really curious about. Sorry, I forget the name always. Zokubarashi.
Yeah, Zutomayo.
Oh,
It's a band.
Zutomayo. Sorry, I probably quoted a Yu-Gi-Oh card there.
Also, another Japanese artist, the fourth and last one, they're a bit different from the other Japanese artists I have on here. I
And-
found one song randomly on YouTube, and I thought it was really good. I really like the song. It's Ham, by the way. It's a really good song. I like it. And when I checked their other stuff out, it was a bit average. But I really, really liked that one song. Like, holy shit, that one song is so good, and it doesn't even have that many views on YouTube. And the other ones just, I don't like them that much.
Maybe you need to re-listen to them. I also try to check her out because I know many people recommend, like, if they go into that utaite singing genre. I don't know how to call it, but the new wave Japanese J-pop songs. They also recommend.
Just throw out some buzzwords. Nobody's gonna know.
I mean, J-pop is J-pop is self-explanatory. If you know what K-pop is, then you know what J-pop is.
No, I mean like a new wave Japanese shit.
Come on, you also know what new wave
You want to
is.
sound fancy,
I don't have
you?
any fucking clue what new wave means. Like,
New wave means just a new wave of artists.
but I didn't
The
even
new
mean
gen.
it like. I didn't mean it that way. I meant it like just throw out something. People are gonna
Some
think
fancy
you're
words.
Yeah. People are gonna think you're
people are
intelligent.
gonna think you're fancy. Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry if I came up. Like
No. I like it was. I wanted to form it as an instruction. Do that, as in like do it,
yeah.
Alex. People are gonna think we're intelligent.
Yes, Einstein.
Yeah, we're
E
very
equals
cultured.
MC,
We are very.
times
I am
two.
so much cultured.
Times 2.
or
Square.
something square,
you're-
yeah,
oh my
times
God.
2 square, whatever it is.
There's a 2 in there.
Yeah, there's a 2 in there.
Yeah, somewhere.
So yeah, let's continue though.
Let's talk about Mori. Okay. I like most of her songs. They're pretty good. Some of them I really like, and some of them I really don't like.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
And I don't know about her very like I don't follow her content all that much. But does she speak Japanese like
yes.
regularly?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
she lives in Japan.
Okay.
She has like collaborated with Japanese rappers
With
and stuff.
With Japanese, yeah, she has.
She is known as having, I think, the second best like Japanese in Holoian after Kiara.
Epic. Not bad.
Considering that she's German as well, that's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Kiara.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I don't even think she's a hafu.
No, I think she's not. I think
does that
both
even
of her
mean?
parents are German, I think.
Half. I don't know if it's half Asian or half Japanese. I think it's half Japanese. Hafu, right?
Hafu. I mean, Joey is Hafu, or like he says he's a Hafu. So
Yeah,
I'm
so I don't
guessing-
know if it's half Asian.
I
or
think it's just
half...
I think it's just like a term used as in like the English word half, but like in Japanese.
Yeah.
As in like you're half something, I'm guessing, because I don't think it's exclusive to like Japanese or Chinese or like Asian. I think it's just saying you're half something.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just referring to half Japanese. Okay. my bad.
I don't know. I'm just like throwing shit out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a research it. You can continue though.
Yeah, I guess we all kind of discovered Mori Calliope at the same time. I guess because we all got into Hololive pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
I was a bit later to the party, I must say.
Yeah, but not by much. Probably like a few months or something. It was just the time when Halloween became big, and
Yeah.
like it's really funny considering like I checked out what was her name, Kizunai, back in the day, and I was like, yeah, I can kind of see the appeal, but I don't really get it, and
Well, look at you
Now-
now.
I don't feel like VTubing is much like. I think I just approached it that way, like in a wrong way, you could say, as in, I think I considered it to be something inherently different, which it is not, because like in the end they're just YouTubers, kind of. Like not talking about the idol stuff, because that's very different. Like the idol industry is a beast upon itself, and Hololive is a very different thing from all the other VTubers. But just in general, I think VTubers, of like how I think of them now, it's just they're YouTubers, but they're just, instead of like having like just a voice with no avatar or like face, you sometimes now have just a voice but with an avatar, which in my opinion, like, or like in many people's opinion, just works better than just no visual indicator, because people like looking at stuff, and having a visual
fact.
representation of your voice, even if you're just a reviewer or something. I think even like review channels that have disembodied voices could benefit from having a VTube persona, I guess, because it's, I don't know, it just gives an image to the voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this?
Yes, I understand. Yeah, when like if you watch a review with, do you know Arlo by any chance?
Who? Can you repeat?
He's a YouTuber, Arlo.
I don't know.
He just he covers like Nintendo in general, Nintendo news and stuff like that, and he has and he doesn't really appear on the videos much, but he does in the intros and outros, and he has this like blue stuffed animal as his proxy, I guess.
That
And
sounds kind of familiar though. Wait, is it like a hand puppet?
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I know him. I thought you were mentioning, like, you referred to a VTuber.
Yeah, me too.
No, oh no.
You meant the blue hand puppet thing, the Muppet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, I know that one. He's really fun. I really like him.
Perfect.
I don't watch him much, but I enjoy his stuff.
I do as well, and like I can definitely see how any avatar you can think of, like, fuck, what did you just say, Benny? A hand,
A puppet.
a hand puppet, or a 2D girl talking to you.
Alex, I don't know. What is your opinion of her music? Because I don't think we really talked about her much.
About Mori, I think I don't like most of her music, but I really like her personality.
I kind of feel the same way, because I don't know, I kind of like Dead Beats. I think that's a fun song. And I don't know, I kind of like her style, because I also like her other stuff a bit.
I personally only really like Red from her, and the collaboration with Gura.
Which one?
Both.
The King, or what is it called?
She did King, and then she did Q.
Because I personally only really like Dead Beats, I think, and then one or two songs from her old stuff. Or like not old stuff, because she did some new stuff on the other channel, but I'm not gonna mention it. If you know what I'm talking about, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But I don't know, with her, I think she has so much skill, and I know she's good at what she does, but something just puts me off about her music. I don't really know what it is. I think it's, if I had to pinpoint it, I think it has to do with the beats she's rapping on, I guess. And like, she has a certain style that is not as much to my taste, I guess. I don't know, Alex, maybe you get what I mean.
Yeah, she sounds like I think what I don't like is she sounds like a Japanese VTuber singing English, or like a Japanese style songwriter singing English songs, and that makes it kind of sound strange sometimes.
No, I feel like she juggles the Japanese and English very well.
No, it's not what I mean. It's I think she puts too almost too much of herself into the English part. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It
I
feels
think
a bit
there's
kitsch.
some of the like some of her intonation is very different from what we're used to from rap. And I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. I'm just saying it's not really to my taste as much. Cause like I can recognize her skill and how good she is at what she does, and how much effort it takes. But I'm just kind of saying that her style is not my thing, I guess. Even though I really think some of her music is pretty good, like very good stuff. Not crazy, amazing stuff, but like pretty good. I'm really interested in her future work because like I said, some of her stuff I like and most of her stuff I don't like. I'm just waiting for the one moment where she like hits that sweet spot for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, Stevie, how do you feel about it? Do you like everything of her?
No,
Or-
as I said already, like there's every corner of the spectrum, from it's a fucking masterpiece to I cannot listen to this. Everything is represented.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
How generally, like a short question for me as someone who has kind of always really listened to music, like how is it any different now that compared to your childhood? Like how is your approach to music compared to your childhood, I guess?
Huh. Well, in my childhood, I never really. I guess I only listened to what my parents had to, like, listen on the radio or at home, and I never really developed an interest. It's interesting though.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because like I don't know, how did you feel about like music class in
Oh, I didn't mind it. It wasn't like in middle school it was a fucking chore. I hated music in middle school, but that's just because my teacher wasn't. I didn't like him. But I know you. We went to the same middle school, and you guys have differing opinions from mine. Yeah, in elementary school I didn't mind music class at all. It was okay. But we mostly just played like jingles, and we played jingles on simple instruments, from what I remember.
So like you never downloaded any music for your phone or anything before you like started getting into this stuff with Alex
Yeah.
and me, kind of.
Yes, like last year.
That's crazy to me. That's
Yeah, I know, that must be.
yeah. Well, okay. Let's keep going. Let's go over to Shoji Meguro.
Okay, Shoji Meguro. I want this guy to make background music for my entire life. How the fuck does this guy make it so good to run around in a town where people die hanging from telephone poles? I do not get it.
That's such a good description of Persona 4.
Like-
Heartbreak.
Like, if I'm there's two types of leaving the house for me. I leave the house, and then I'm going on a bus and listening to Persona 4 music. Guess which one's better?
The
It's
Persona
the second one.
music.
Yes, absolutely. If I'm walking around anywhere, if I'm around, like I'm out of my house and I'm listening to Persona music, the experience is 10 times better.
Bro, there is nothing like walking down a kind of like dingy lane at kind of late at night and listening to Beneath the Mask while you do it. There's just nothing as chill
Absolutely.
as that. This
I
man
agree.
is a genius. Like I really like all of his music from Persona 3 to Persona 5. I probably he did stuff before that. I haven't really checked anything out. Have you?
Very sad news. Wait, what?
Have you checked any of his other stuff out? Is there
No,
any?
only
Do you know?
only the Persona soundtracks
I see.
I know of.
What was the very sad news?
He left the company. He left Atlas.
Okay.
Oh, I can feel the pain from here.
Yeah. pain. No. Why? No.
I googled him. I googled him for putting a picture on the 3x3, and that's the first thing I read. That was pretty heartbreaking. Just like heartbeat, heartbreak.
Fuck.
Yeah.
My heart is broken now.
I hope the next
I will
composer
never
can do him
financially
justice.
recover from this. No, that's. Oh no! So we're gonna have Persona 6 without this dude. Oh,
that's actually.
oh,
That's.
that hurts. I mean, if they replace him with a good, maybe like with a new guy who knows what he's doing, I'm
Does
sure
he
it's
have
gonna
a
be
son
fine,
that's
but-
capable of wielding wielding instruments? Yeah, that's sad. And yeah,
I mean, like I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do, like who's gonna replace him, because his music is so identifying for Persona. I just can't imagine Persona without him. Kind of, you get what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah.
The music is half the experience.
Yeah, yeah. That's so sad.
Do you have anything to add, Alex?
No, on this one not. You know, me and gaming soundtracks, but either way, I can say that Persona 5 is probably my favorite gaming soundtrack because it's the only and Minecraft because it's the only two I listen to. But no, actually very good music, very good taste, but I don't really can I agree with your both opinions.
Okay.
And the last pick, Stevie? Tell me
My
about
last
him.
pick
I don't know him.
is Gareth Coker, the composer from both Ori games. I know him from that, anyways. He must have done something else. Ori, the music in Ori, okay? I get fucking lost in the music. How the fuck do if I open the game and I hear the main theme, I have to listen to the main theme at least once before I start the game. I leave this dimension to go to another one where all there is Ori music, and my soul feels at home.
Oh, that's really
it's-
wholesome.
It's so divine. I love it.
Oh, divine! Holy shit!
Yes.
Divine, holy crap.
And you're telling me I'm using the strange word Spanish?
Oh no, I am also Mr. Fancy Pantsy over here,
Another
and I can.
packing out the dictionary for your favorite composer.
Oh yes,
I need
absolutely.
reading material, dictionary.
Oh, I've read the entire dictionary. I know every word.
Just to describe my emotions for the Ori soundtrack. But what is it that you like? Like the calm soundtracks or the more action packed?
The calm ones.
Oh,
The
okay.
action-packed ones, I can't listen to them if it's not in the game. Like they fit the game, obviously, the action-filled ones. But the calm ones, I can lay down in my bed and listen to them, and as I said, leave this dimension for a better one.
Oh.
Like if my mom starts calling me while to do the dishes while I'm listening to Ori music, you bet those dishes ain't getting done anytime soon.
Nice.
If
Yeah, no, I also think that Ori's soundtrack is amazing. I don't like the games as much as you do, but I can definitely understand. Also, like, it's the kind of soundtrack where you kind of feel a bit emotionally manipulated, or at least I do.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, I listen
Like-
to it and I want to cry, and then I'm like, why?
Absolutely.
You motherfucker.
I almost cried at the end of Will of the Wisps. The music pierced through my heart so bad. Oh, so good. I was sad for a moment over there.
Yeah. No, brother, I understand. I feel it.
Thank you.
So, does that conclude? Do you want to add anything to your 3x3?
Haven't talked about Eve yet.
Oh,
the middle
Haven't
one
talked
comes,
about Eve
comes last.
Eve it is then.
If it is, then I find it pretty crazy that this man he can make an action-packed song like the intro to Jujutsu Kaisen, and then he can also make ori like calm songs that I can listen to in my bed and leave this dimension for a better one. I love Eve. It's the best music I've ever heard.
Oh,
It's
that's
so good.
high praise.
No,
Wait, do you put
well,
Eve
not that
above
I-
Freddie Mercury?
yes.
Oh no, Freddie.
Fair.
No.
I mean, like, I get it, kind of.
Well,
Really?
you know, of course, I like, if I like the music by Queen, but I can't listen to it forever.
Oh shit.
Neither can I diss, but I've kind of gotten my feel of Queen, as good as their music is. Do you still?
You know, Alex, you also need to like view it from this perspective. For us, like Queen or similar stuff is a big part of our childhood, I guess. And for him, he just kind of discovered music now, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, but no, I definitely agree. I haven't checked out all of his stuff yet, but even with the
I have.
stuff I don't like as much, I still feel like if I listen to it enough, I would be really into them. And for some cases, I dislike them at first. When I say dislike with Eve, I meant more like it's not a banger.
It's not the best song I've ever heard. But then
Yeah,
you listen to
it's-
it a second time and a
they're
third
like,
time.
No.
You know when Avant came out? That's like the new single.
Yeah.
Um,
That wasn't.
I don't think
I
listened
didn't
to it
really.
yet.
Not that. I think
I
that's
didn't really like it.
really not. Really. I loved it at first. Like hearing it the first time. I really loved it.
No, it had to grow on me, but now it's like in my top 3 songs currently. It's an amazing song.
It also. I don't know if it's a promotional video or if it just hinted, but it got the visuals for it are Jujutsu Kaisen, but with characters from season 2, which season 2 is confirmed. I just don't know if this is supposed to be the intro for season 2 or not, because it
I mean,
didn't
if
specify.
he uses the stuff in the music video, then I'd guess so. Cause
Yeah,
why
but
would
it
he
didn't look
associate
like
both of
an
them?
intro. It just looked like random anime cuts from the anime.
well, yeah, but the first
The first music video for
for not Yoru wa Honoka, what was it called?
Kakaikitan.
Kakaikitan. That also had like anime cuts and not the intro.
Yeah, but that released, I think, at almost the same time as the anime, which the second season is only scheduled for 2023. So I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Jujutsu Kaisen fans look forward to an amazing intro if that's the case.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just not sure about it yet. But if it is, I hope it isn't, and they do another song, which will be the next intro, so we have more music from them. Eve definitely a banger band. Or sorry, it's just one
Did-
guy, right?
You both like no, like there must be other people. I don't think he's the only one producing the music and stuff.
No, but he's a solo artist, right? He's not in a
Well,
band.
yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a lot of hard work that goes
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
No, oh
just
no,
behind
I'm
the scenes.
absolutely not saying that.
Yeah. No. Have you guys checked out his like short film on Netflix that I sent you?
I haven't,
no,
but I'm
not.
planning to.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Not yet.
I think we should talk about that like on another episode once both of you
Definitely,
checked it
yeah.
out.
Yes.
Because I definitely found it interesting. Do you want to continue?
I'm gonna conclude my 3x3 over here. Thank you for letting me take the stage.
You're
It's-
definitely welcome.
Thank
Okay, I'm number 2 and you're the number 1. Do, 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 do.
Damn it.
That
So, yeah.
that should have been in my 3x3. Hi, Freddy.
Okay, number 1. It's my time. I am
It's
number
your
1.
time to shine.
This is my
Oh,
3x3.
Oh, you put Gorillaz in the middle. Interesting. Oh, I didn't. I thought you wouldn't put Eve and our cigarettes.
Close call. Not for Eve. I think for Eve I listen too much. I listen too much to Eve for not putting it there. But there was some other stuff that had to be cut.
I recognize 4, maybe the first one, but I'm not sure. I've seen the album cover of the first one, so I almost recognize 5.
I think if I would play you the songs, you would definitely recognize the
Yeah,
Dire
I've
Straits.
seen the album for sure. The album
They
cover.
did like Walk of Life. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Do you not know that?
Oh, this even kind of sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, it's a
Surprising.
very old song, but I kind of put them in.
Oh yeah, I know
guess-
that song.
So Dire Straits. Let's start with Dire Straits, cause like I put them clockwise, starting at the upper left, in the order of me discovering them. No, I made a mistake. I discovered oral cigarettes way before. What the fuck? I fucked up. Never mind.
Epic fail.
I didn't put them in any goddamn order. Let's start with Dire Straits.
You're such a snob. You did the clockwise thing.
Yes, I am special, but then I fucked it up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Or no, maybe. No, there's no way. There's no way this is in any right order. So yeah, let's start with Dire Straits. Dire Straits is like a pretty old band. I don't know if they're even alive. I think they are. They mostly do like rock music, I guess. I don't listen to them that much, but like I have their biggest albums in my list, and they kind of represent, I guess. I put them in there because they're kind of the band that represent all of my older tastes, because I listen to a lot of ABBA and like what was the guy called? Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton
Okay.
is his name. So I listen to a lot of older songs, like, because for me, compared to Stevie, my mom is, or like my whole mom's family has been very music oriented my whole life. So like I was confronted with a lot of different music early on in my life, I guess, and I got really into like ABBA and older stuff like like Dire Straits or some of the Beatles stuff. I don't really enjoy the Beatles very much, but I definitely was confronted with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. How do you feel about like some of the older music, Alex? Because like I think your taste really changed. Or like Queen. I completely forgot about Queen. I listened to a lot of Queen. Because I know you really liked Queen back in the day.
Yeah, I still do. Like, my whole family likes Queen, and we have a tradition on Christmas when we prepare the Christmas dinner. We all get together, and while cooking, we listen to every Queen song that's out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so no, I love Queen. I definitely want to get into older music. It's just like I feel it takes some really getting used to, but after that you can appreciate music in general so much more. I feel like everyone that somehow knows his way through music listens to older stuff. Like not just MJ and Queen and stuff like that, really like Beatles and Pink Floyd and stuff like that.
I mean, there's a side of that where like people are always kind of snobby, being like, "Old music was so much better" and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't really think that way. Like, I think a lot of old music is great, and I have a lot of nostalgia for a lot of
I th-
old musicians, like ABBA, for example. I really like them.
I think both
Um,
have their places.
Yeah, and like you can see a lot of the development, I guess, from how stuff used to be and how it changed to nowadays. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just kind of took Dire Straits as a representative of all of my old stuff, all of the older music
The OG
that I
music.
listen to. My library is full of stuff. Um, but yeah, let's move on to Kill a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar.
Isn't it To Pimp a Butterfly?
To Pimp a Butterfly. Idiot. I was like, to kill? That doesn't sound right.
It's a more elegant word.
I'm not I'm not a fucking music expert. I just listen to stuff and I'm gonna get things wrong, so like don't give me any lip for it.
No, I just wanted to correct.
No, I didn't mean you. I
okay,
meant the
okay.
viewers because I know how annoying they can be. No, so yeah, how to pimp a butterfly. Um, I don't know. I discovered Kendrick Lamar pretty late, I'd say. I just recently kind of got into him, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. I mean, I think Alex, you discovered him before me, right?
Yeah, I know I think if you know trap music, a lot of it is inspired also by Kendrick. And if you're in the hip hop or rap world, you know Kendrick. He's a absolute legend.
Just like even seeing some interviews from him, I just really like his vibe, I guess. He's really a very typical artist type, you could say. You know, he just does it for
Yeah.
the music. He never seemed condescending or like I am so much richer than you and that's why I am better, because like that's a lot of rap. Always has been. Like rap has some always been a big part of it was always like look how much money I have, kind of like people pretending that that is a new thing in like trap. No, that has always kind of been a thing, and
Definitely.
letting the alpha guy go out and like some of that is still in there in Kendrick. Like there's still a lot of that in there, but I don't know. With him, I feel like there is a bit more, also like political stuff to it. Like he knows what's up and the problems. Rap always has been kind of about also like showing the problems in society, especially because it's like it comes from a black background.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just always really appreciated his music, and also like not just the lyrics, but also just the beats are fucking bangers. So what you gonna do? Like,
Yeah. No, definitely.
I personally took To Pimp a Butterfly just because I like it a bit more than Humble, but both of those are crazy good albums. I need to still like get into some of the older stuff. People are gonna call blasphemy, but I don't give a shit. I listen to a lot of stuff.
Do you guys own any albums physically?
No.
I think I own both, like the Dire Straits album that is there. I own that just because my parents owned that, and I own like one
you
or
own what your
two
parents
Imagine
do?
Dragons. I own two Imagine Dragons albums, but that's
Oh,
like from back in the day.
I thought he
I see.
meant the disc, the
No, not the CDs necessarily.
No, the CDs. Yeah, I thought you meant the big discs. I don't know how to what the name.
Vinyl.
Yeah,
vinyls.
I thought you meant the vinyl discs. The special ones. They
I
cost
have
like
a couple
$50.
of. I have my parents own a couple. They're at home somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, they're
We also had some at our grandma's place.
very cool stuff though. Like it's if I would be a tad bit richer, I would get something like that because they all
Same.
they still produce them for collectioners, people that just love to for the fans and just for people in general. It's still pretty in, so, and it seems like a really cool
I mean,
way
it had
to
a bit
enjoy
of a
music.
resurgence. I
Yeah,
think, even,
definitely.
like,
with the whole vintage wave that came around.
yeah.
I think in
I
the
thought
early
about
2000s.
being a
again.
real hipster and buying a vinyl player and getting some vinyls, but in the end, like I listen to too much different music, so I don't really like to like commit to stuff, and also like it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, that's my problem. It costs way too
Are
much.
vinyls that expensive? I don't really know.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Even
Oh.
if you have the player, if you want to buy a new album, for example, let's say Gorillaz drops a new album and you buy those vinyls, it will cost you, I think, around the price of a AAA video game. So
Also,
Holy
they're
shit.
just like even more prone to scratching than like
yeah,
CDs.
they're very sensible. Sensitive. Sorry.
It's fine.
Countered sensible discs emotions.
True. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to ask? Or
To Kendrick Lamar?
yeah.
Not really. Because for all the black community and rap community that he talks about, I also want to talk about them because I also have a lot of rappers in my 3x3, so I don't really want to add for Pump a Butterfly.
Yeah. I listen. I think if you look at my statistics, I technically have listened way more to Eminem than Kendrick Lamar, but I don't know. I just wanted to put Kendrick in there because I think he's the better artist and I kind of appreciate his music more. I just have more of Eminem's music statistically, just because he produces way more as well. Because like Kendrick never drops an album, he takes like ages. But yeah, no, I really like Kendrick Lamar. I think rap is one of my favorite genres, and we're gonna get to rap even more when we talk about RTJ. So the next one is Fiction. I'm always like using an album I really like from the band.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Those are the ones in the 3x3. So Fiction is by the Oral Cigarettes, which are a Japanese band, as we have had many before.
Maybe we should specify what their breakout hit was, so that fans.
Yeah, I don't think it was their breakout hit, but like people, I think, mostly discover them because of the Noragami intro. Both of them actually, they did both. No,
the other one was Hello Sleepwalkers.
Yeah, the other one was Hello Sleepwalkers. You're right. Their kind of like big hit with the anime community was Kyoran Hey Kids for the second Noragami season, which is goddamn that song's a fucking banger.
That bangs still to this day.
Yeah, it bangs me to this day. Like takes me
yeah.
So Stevie, have you ever heard of them? Like
yeah, you've mentioned them enough, I think, that I know them, and we've also had songs of them playing our Discord calls.
True.
Okay.
In our boss.
Yes.
Like
so,
I think you know Hey Kids, right, Stevie?
Well, I probably do, but I can't. I can't. I don't have the melody in my head, so I can't.
The Hey Kids.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know it.
Yeah. So they kind of embody everything I really enjoy about Japanese rock compared to Western rock. Because like with Western rock, there's a lot of like heavy and I don't know, just like lurching guitar of like do dum, like the typical like AC/DC stuff, for example.
Yeah.
Is like where it goes kind of slow and then it goes kind of hard. But with Japanese rock, there's just this aspect of speed, of like proficiency with the guitar.
I get it. Like American.
You start, yeah.
American rock sounds very rough, and Japanese rock sounds very energetic.
Exactly. I think that's a very good way of describing it, and I really enjoy that sound. I was really fighting with myself of whether I should put Man with a Mission in here, because I also listen to them a lot. Man with a Mission being another Japanese rock band as well, but I had too much other stuff to put in there. So yeah, I really enjoy that kind of energetic, fast guitar playing that they have a lot of in Fiction, and I don't know, I don't know what to say. They're just really good. Just check out their fucking guitar solos. They're crazy fast. Do you want to add anything to that, maybe?
I think of your comment, Man with a Mission, just my opinion, right? But I feel like Man with a Mission is a tad bit more repetitive than their songs. Their songs feel a bit more unique. So
yeah, no, I feel the same.
I agree with your choice of putting Oral Cigarettes here. Definitely also a band that I listen to a lot during I think 4 years ago, and I also re-listened to their songs occasionally. So yeah, definitely would have also picked them if I had some more spots left.
I can show you some of the stuff I didn't use after.
Yeah, me too. I actually have a secret pick that I really wanted to include, but it was too new, so I didn't want it. I discovered it like 2 weeks ago.
Does any of you know the fourth one?
I
So the one on
think
the
you
right.
showed it to me when we talked about music for a bit.
Yeah, you're talking to
Yeah, definitely.
Stevie here.
So the I don't know, maybe you surprised me, Stevie. I don't know.
Could be.
So the one on the right is called Run the Jewels. They're a kind of a rap duo, I guess, is what I would call them. Made of Killer Mike and ELP, which are previously were independent artists, they weren't like small, but they weren't really like kind of mainstream, I guess. And with RTJ they got together and just made some banger ass music that is also kind of like very socially critical but just like goes hard. It goes really hard. And I don't know, it's the kind of band where I liked them from the beginning, but the more I listen to them, the more I like them. And if you like look at their interviews, they're just two friends. You know, with rap, there's a lot of, I don't know, I guess like keeping up appearances and stuff, and like all this kind of macho aspect of rap, which I really dislike. And with RTJ, they're just two dudes. They make really good music, and while they still also have that attitude of like we know what's up, and it's kind of still a bit gangster, which you kind of need because it's rap.
Yeah, it makes it contributes to the sound.
Yeah, there's still a lot of gangster sound in there, but like when you listen to them in interviews, they're very good friends, and they love making music together, and you can hear that because they're both very talented, and they make awesome stuff. Really, really good music.
They did music for Black Panther, right?
They did music for Black Panther. They did music for Cyberpunk recently as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they were included in the soundtrack, which I was really happy about. Some of their music was in Invincible, if you watched that.
No, sadly
Invincible
not.
generally, like most of the soundtrack was stuff I listened to, which was really, really
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Because I'm not really used to hearing RTJ in any major TV shows. But yeah, they're really good. Go check them out, definitely. All of their 4 albums are good. Like the picture I used here is an amalgam of all 4 albums. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to talk about except that I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
And that I discovered them semi recently.
Yeah, they seem like a thing that I would check out. Definitely, you've shown me the album.
Yeah. For the bottom right one, I don't think any of you are gonna recognize this one. It's called Voidal Republic.
Oh, I thought it was Old Republic. They did the Shooting Stars. Okay, no.
No, Old Republic is a bit different.
Yeah.
No, they're called Royal Republic. I think they're from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And with them, they're just kind of a band that they kind of surprised me, I guess, because I'm not really into concerts. Are you guys? Do you guys like concerts? I mean, Stevie, I don't think you've been at.
I have never been to one. I should try. I should try going to one, but I don't think I'm gonna like it that much. I'm not that much of a crowd person.
The thing for me is if I would go to a concert from an artist that I really, really like, either it's in Japan or I would fear for my life because it's a rap concert.
Well, I get that.
Yeah.
POV, you were late to a Travis Scott concert.
Yeah.
So I went to like a rock festival with my girlfriend, and it was my first rock festival, and I wasn't really into it. I wasn't really feeling it, but she wanted me to go with her, so I guess I did, even though kind of unwillingly. And it was fun. Like, um, it was okay. I'm also not a big of a concert person, but
You wouldn't go out of your way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that much, and like for the most part it wasn't really my stuff. But I hadn't heard of Royal Republic before, and they played there at this rock festival. And I don't know, they just blew me away because they have that same kind of like energy as Panic at the Disco kind of, and like have the kind of guitar solos you could hear in. It's not on the level of oral cigarettes. Like the guitar solos aren't that crazy, but like from a speed perspective, they're kind of fast and energetic. And I really liked that about them. And kind of, I don't know, it's just all of their music really spoke to me. Not on like an emotional level, but from just a fun, energetic, and also like kind of funny in general. There is one song where they talk about um, a really hot girl that starts working at a company, and everyone's so horny for her that they're trying to like uh, get like she asks them why they're under the table, and they're just under the table because they want to look at her panties, and it's stupid, but it's really funny. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just like them. They're fun.
I just listened to one of their songs called Tommy Gun.
Yeah.
While you were talking a bit, just to get the vibe going. I think this would be a good band because I'm trying to construct my own like hype up music for if I want to get hyped for a video or something where I need energy. I think this would be a good pick for that. Just from
Yeah,
hearing them.
definitely. If you like Tommy Gun, I think Tommy Gun is definitely one of their best songs. Also,
Yeah.
one I personally really like is called Fireman. That's also like a really hype song. They played the Club Majesty album at the concert, and just all of the songs are really like they get you going, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really like them. They also like surprised me because I didn't have big expectations for the festival, but I really enjoyed their stuff.
Good taste. Good taste.
Moving on to Siames, I showed
Mm-hmm.
you some stuff from them, Schmalix,
Yeah,
if you
I
remember.
think yeah. Wait, are those that had the really sick animated music videos?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
I
the
remember
wolf.
them. That was also a good band.
Um, they do like kind of synthwavy pop stuff, I guess. I'm not really good with genres, but they have.
Vaporwave.
No, I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't even call it synth because it's like I think it's more pop than that, but it's like this relaxed kind of. Yeah, maybe you could call it vaporwave, but I don't really know
No,
what
no,
that
it's not
entails, so
vaporwave. In hindsight, you're right.
I don't know. Um, I don't know. They have very good, um, relaxing music, and for some reason, like their music videos are also really good. Like how we talked about their animation, they have really nice looking,
Yeah.
cool animated music videos, and I don't know. There's this one song called "Summer Nights," which I like. I saw it for the first time, and I guess the song just kind of spoke to me for I don't know for what reason. Maybe it was the animation, maybe it was the music, but like every time I kind of listen to that song, I get nostalgic, and also like the first time or like a few times after that, kind of every time I listen to it intently and like focus on it, I don't know, I just kind of want to cry for no reason. It's not even the lyrics, it's not even like a depressing song or anything, but just the vibes it gives me make me feel emotional. And that's just a good thing, and I love their stuff. It looks really good. They have such a cool um, visual style, I guess, that I really vibe with, and then their music is just so fucking good. Um, unfortunately, they haven't released much of it. They haven't made many albums, but I'm like eagerly awaiting everything they release, and even stuff where I'm like, I think it's kind of similar with how Stevie said with Eve, where first time I like listened to some of the newer stuff, I'm like, I don't know, but like after a few times, it's like, oh, it grows on you.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Stevie, I think you would like their stuff because it's kind of like this chill
Oh, really?
atmosphere you get with some of the Eve stuff. Yeah, I
Epic.
think we're gonna listen to
I'm
some
gonna
of
have
this
to check them out.
afterwards because we can show each other some stuff.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then
Sounds
we
good.
have Eve again, to be Yoro wa Honoka, to be specific.
That's a newer song, I think, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. It's the one with the washing machines.
No, I know the song. I just wasn't sure if it was newer or not.
Yeah, it's kind of new. I don't think it's like the newest because like he released some other stuff in the meantime,
Yeah.
but it's one of the newer ones. And I don't know, just the bass line on that gets me going every time I hear it because it's like it's a bumping song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming this is your favorite song from him.
Yeah, 100%. I like Kaikai Kitan and also what's it called? Dramaturgy.
Yeah, I
like both of
love.
those.
I think that's my favorite.
Dramaturgy and Kaikai Kitan are both really
Oh,
good
I
songs.
always
but
thought
think,
it was Japanese, so I always said dramaturgy.
I mean, I maybe it is. I just assumed that it was the English word dramaturgy. I don't think that's a real word, but it has to do with like drama and dramatic. I mean, he even says throughout the song it's like dramatique.
Yeah, no, definitely something with the drama. I don't know if it's a real word either.
I would have to check out the lyrics again, but like, it's like I think about a play or something. I'm guessing. So I don't know. You guys kind of introduced me to him
Mhm.
through Kai Kai Kitan, and that song is just a fucking banger. Like,
Yeah,
I think we
definitely.
can
It
all
is.
agree on that. And then I started checking out some of his other songs, but like Yoro Honoka was the one that kind of completely won me over. Where I'm like, I'm listening to it the first time, and it captures me just through the bass line at the start. That it's just like the song where you sit in your car and you just bob your head the whole time. Even though I don't own a car, but I guess that's what it feels like.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes you just listen to music and you're like, if I ever get a super nice car, this is the music I'm gonna listen to.
Exactly. We've already talked enough about Eve, I think.
Yeah.
He's amazing. If you don't know him, check him out, definitely. And then we have Kiltro. Do you any of you watch this guy called Shami on YouTube?
Yeah, it's the one with the
No.
owl as a profile
With
picture.
the owl, yeah, exactly.
No, don't know him.
So he used one of Kiltro's song called "The Drunk" as the outro, and it was just so goddamn good that I had to like look up the song and found this album, and I just like immediately fell in love with it. I think this guy is from South America, if I'm not I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say anything that's wrong, but like he has this style of like guitar and music where it's a bit more, it has this kind of calm vibe sitting in a nice summer breeze, I guess. And he combines that with some really interesting like sound mixing, and I don't know, when you listen to his songs it feels like you're sitting in like in an empty void, and there's just this sound surrounding you, and it's all around you, you know, when you're like, when you have flat sound mixing, it's just like you can hear it, but with him there's just, it feels like you're in a void and the music is all around you, I guess, and I really like that feeling. And just like I like all of his songs. It's really relaxing and chill, and it's kind of made for me, I guess.
It sounds really dark.
No, not at all. Like when I say like avoid, as in I mean it as in like there's
You're in your own
absolute.
bubble.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
I'm just listening to the songs. I felt like it had an underlying darkness to it, but maybe it's just me.
Which one are you listening to?
I just listened to the Hustle and then Cuchito. Cuchito.
Cuchito is very different. I that song definitely I was like, huh? I don't know how to feel about this, but it also really grew on me. That definitely I can get why you think that would be dark. But the hustle and like the drunk, I think the drunk definitely is my favorite song. Um, I don't know. There's just this.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. You're right.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is his music in Spanish or Portuguese?
No.
since he's South
It's in
American?
English. There, like just from a musical perspective, it sounds Latin American inspired.
Yeah.
I'm no music expert.
It
but,
has
like,
the rhythm of it, yeah.
It has kind of yeah the some of the rhythmic and
Elements.
like it has some of the genes in there. I guess it feels like it.
Definitely.
I can't really pinpoint it because I'm no music expert, but like it definitely sounds like South American,
Yeah, Latino
Latin
music.
American
Yeah.
inspired. Yeah. Um. So yeah,
And
I think that like he became one of my favorite artists in general, and I just discovered him like I think last year or something, and since then I think all of his songs were in my top 5 on Spotify. So like my top 5 was only his songs.
it's
this year.
crazy because he has like I'm just seeing on YouTube he has barely 4,500
Yeah. He's not really known.
subscribers. He's really unknown. So
I think a lot of like it's really funny if you go to his YouTube comments and stuff. Like a lot of people just know him because of this outro from Shami.
oh,
Me as well. But he like does amazing music. I
is
really
is
enjoy his
he
stuff.
maybe a friend from Shami?
No, I don't think so. Cause I think I saw some stuff. I think he lives in Latin America or something.
Oh, okay, that
Or
makes sense.
maybe they are. I don't really know. Maybe they are, but not that I know of at least.
And that leaves Gorillaz,
That
right?
leaves your center.
I don't know, Stevie. Have you ever listened to anything from the Gorillaz?
I might have if you. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Not that I remember the titles or
Yeah. Okay.
much less the artist.
So
Artists.
to explain to you what Gorillaz are, I mean, you see these 4 characters, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Gorillaz are a fictional band. You can kind of think of it the same way as like Hatsune Miku.
Okay.
As in, like, these are 4 characters designed by an artist. I don't know the fucking
Wait, have
name
you
of,
never
'cause
seen the
I'm-
album cover? It's a huge meme. It's probably the most iconic from all those.
Because they're NFTs.
No, that
I mean, there's a lot of monkey image
Yeah. in
Gorillaz.
Gorillaz, but
for obvious reasons.
the album cover has been memed to death because it's so iconic. Like the 4 faces with different colors looking in the same direction.
I might have seen some memes probably. I'm on Reddit quite a lot.
Maybe maybe you didn't recognize them and therefore forgot them. Sorry, Penny,
Yeah.
to interrupt.
So, they're a pretty old band by now. I don't know. They were formed in 1998 and they are still going.
That's crazy.
So the characters were created by Jamie Hewlett. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He's like a comic artist, and Damon Albarn is the musical kind of talent or like musical leader, I guess behind the project. So they kind of formed this virtual band of like characters. They don't exist, but they are the band, kind of. So the musicians, except for maybe Damon Albarn, who is also the lead singer, are like have changed over the time. It's not like AC/DC, for example, where like the band is made up of these iconic musicians, and they are known for that. Or
I think, you know what, the best comparison would be Kizuna Ai, because she, for example, changed voice actors like 5 times.
oh really? I didn't know
Yeah.
about that.
I
Crazy.
didn't know that either.
Yeah, Kizuna Ai did that, but they always try to take someone with the same voice and the same energy.
I see. So yeah, so you kind of have these characters, and except for the lead singer, like the musicians have kept changing.
Mhm.
And what makes them so interesting is they have. I don't want to say no style, because that's kind of sounds bad. But they have so many different styles they have done over the time, I guess.
a lot of variety when I listen to them, definitely.
Yeah. It's definitely like, I don't want to say music you have to get used to, but like I don't know. For me, I disliked a lot of their albums first time I listened to them. For example, there's this album called Plastic Beach. I didn't really like it back in the day, but now I think it's one of my favorites for no real reason, except that it's really like grown on me. And they kept like they have this storyline of the characters evolving over time, kind of, and they got older. And what makes the band so interesting as well, like I said, they have so many different styles within their music, and that also is because they like in some of their albums, pretty much every song is a collaboration with a different artist. So on every song you have a different style and a different influence from somewhere, but a lot of them, like most of them, are absolute fucking bangers, and they're just really good. And they've just, I guess they've been a consistency within my life, because I started getting into them in high school, and I still listen to them, and their new stuff still excites me, and they're like pretty much all of the projects they've done so far. So that's kind of why I chose them as my favorite artist. And I think I was even like the top 5% of listeners for them in Spotify Wrapped. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Top 1% even, I think. I need to check it again, but like they
That says
I
a
mean
lot.
they're pretty popular. They're like well known, but I don't think they have a lot of very consistent listeners. They're not like mainstream.
Yeah, I think Gorillaz are super iconic, like as a being, but they don't have a super successful hit. Like, I mean, Clint Eastwood and Feel Good Inc. Most people
Yeah.
know them, but it's
Yeah.
not like they shot through the roof with that, like many other artists. But from how many conversations there are around Gorillaz, you would think they had a super hit.
I mean, I think they like, especially like you said, Feel Good Inc. and Gorillaz. They were and Clint Eastwood. Both of them were like top chart songs. But it's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
but like the fact that they change style so much, there's no real consistency, and that's not a thing you can like do if you want to be consistently successful, I guess, with like in the modern music industry, where they want you to make the same song every time and come up with the same kind of formula, because they're not very formulaic. And that's also why some songs are absolute bangers, and some songs I don't like as much. But that's just because they make so many different things, and they explore so many different avenues, that there's gonna be a little something for everyone, I guess.
I think that's why they are so beloved, because they are willing to take risks with every song, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And just also from like a visual style, I love all of the artwork around them. I love the artist stuff, and like how the characters changed over time, and the storylines behind them as well. There's a lot you can enjoy about Gorillaz, I guess.
Definitely.
So yeah.
I'm not a big Gorillaz fan, but I know a lot about them, and I have a lot of respect for Gorillaz. Super unique.
So yeah, that was my 3x3. The more like I guess pretentious a lot of like stuff you guys
Yeah.
didn't know. So that's the only part I kind of regret about mine.
I
There's not a
actually
lot of
knew
stuff we can
more
talk
than I
about.
thought I would know from yours, so I'm happy about that.
Yo, I know 2. That's also pretty
Well,
impressive.
I mean I know half of them, so that's a point in my book.
Did you think I would put like a lot of stuff you didn't know at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
I thought maybe if it all I knew you were going to put Kendrick there, but for the rest I wasn't sure.
Then let's keep going. Like let's go with Schmalex's. I'm really interested in what you're, because I think I'm not gonna know a lot of your stuff. Maybe
I
like
might know
maximum
some
half.
songs because you showed me some albums of your favorite rappers.
You should. I think Benny should know a bit. You should know 5, at least. So
My guess was like half of them.
yeah, so that's half. So I was going to put All City
Oh,
just as a meme.
we got the boy.
But I swapped him out for Queen.
Debated.
I actually.
You know what?
just-
Who the fuck is the first guy? I didn't recognize him. What?
Well, he's from Owl City. He did
He's
if
called,
10
like,
million
yeah.
fireflies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to
Let's-
put him.
Can
in
we
just
talk
because
about
of
him
that
for a
one song,
second?
right?
Because like even though I never like wanted to put him on the list, he made a few songs that are like big part of both of our childhoods.
Yeah.
And he made this one song called it's about his dad. I don't know. My dad's a hero to me or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I mostly
that-
put him here for Fireflies because I actually have a story around Fireflies.
That song as well is like one of those songs where I listened to it the first few times and every time I listened to it I cried.
Yeah, because it's not like it's particularly good. It's just nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think when you said to me I didn't really have that huge of an opinion in music, but actually thinking back, I always had at least one artist that I really, really, really loved because it's just that I didn't really talk about it that much. For example,
yeah, I meant it as in like you didn't really express much of an interest in music before that, I guess.
yeah, but definitely before rap, I had also I connected emotionally very much. Just that I didn't really have people to talk with it, so I didn't really express it that much. It's with the rap that I actually had a community to talk with it, so I was very much more expressive and more inclined to talk about music. For example, when I started, or when I was in middle school, I was a huge fan, or not a huge fan, but I was a huge fan of Big Time Rush. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
Big Time
love
Rush.
Big Time Rush. And my favorite song was Are We Human by The Police. And I listened to
I don't know that one.
Are We Human? Or
Oh,
Are We
yeah,
Dead?
okay, yeah,
That
no,
was
I
my
know
favorite
it, I
song
know
for a
it.
lot of time. It's also that I listened to my favorite songs on repeat for like 1 year straight sometimes because I loved it
yeah.
so much. But definitely having something like YouTube and Spotify just helped my music taste evolve so much throughout the years. But yeah, I initially put All City there because it reminded me especially of my childhood, because I remember when the song first came out, I didn't really hear it in radio that much because at that time I didn't have an MP3 player. That's where my taste in music first started to form. It was my brother that went to a McDonald's, and in his Happy Meal there was like a little sound player that only played the jingle of 10 Million Fireflies, and he played it on repeat. And me and him just vibed to it, and my mother was so fucking sick of it. We just played it.
Yeah,
on repeat.
I just wanted to say, usually that's the way you can absolutely ruin a song for someone.
Yeah, but you know, it's the first song when you were a kid. That was like I think when I was around 8. So, you know, if you don't have an MP3 player, and you don't have a phone, you're not exposed to music that much. When you just have music in your hand that you can play and just vibe to it, because we didn't really know how to operate a radio. We just vibed to that. But yeah, definitely after that came Queen. That was the band that was the real first band that I listened to. Like
Like consciously knowing and like a
knowing it
band.
was yeah, maybe a Big Time Rush came first, but Queen definitely has a bigger place in my heart because I still listen to it to this day. I connected with my family more by just listening to Queen. I have so many good memories connected to Queen. So many good moments, and I think Queen are timeless. I think they are probably the band I can talk to anyone about. You know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're also like they have a big place in the public image, I guess.
yeah, definitely. They are regarded, I guess, as one of the most iconic bands in history.
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
say.
Yeah.
And like for good, because like the band and like the stuff they made is absolutely amazing and revolutionized
Just
the
also
way
the
people thought about rock.
yeah, just the story of Freddie also is so incredible because he had so little time, but he put out so many bangers over the years, and it just makes you think, what if he wouldn't have died so early? It's incredible. Yeah, definitely Queen. I don't want to go on too long about Queen because everybody knows them, but they deserve a special place in my heart. Also, I know.
Use condom, kids.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what we learned from them.
yeah.
Even for anal.
And if you have AIDS, you don't need to die. So even if you have AIDS, like, don't give up, and let yourself be inspired by Queen.
But there is medicine against it today.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think so.
No. No. AIDS.
There is.
AIDS has medicine. You can live. I wouldn't say a normal life because that would be insensible. But you can
Like, it
live
doesn't-
a life.
You don't get cured, but you halt the disease from getting any worse.
Yeah,
I see.
and
I
you
mean,
can
the
live.
disease itself isn't really the problem, as far as I know. Right?
Yeah, you can basically stop it from attacking your
Immune system.
immune
Immune
system.
system,
However, it's not like you're a normal person. It's still hard, but like immune deficiency.
You can.
disease-
It
disease-
doesn't harm your immune system as much, I guess.
Yeah, it's not
I see,
fatal
okay.
anymore, and yeah, my heart goes out to everyone who has a disease like
Who
that.
struggles with AIDS
Yeah.
or generally struggles with diseases.
Immune deficiency diseases. That's a horrible thing. Moving on to this is TK from Ling Toshita Shigure. I think I pronounced it correctly. I think everyone knows him. I think
Yes.
he did.
That's him, right?
Yeah.
I was kind of scared to ask, but thank you, Ben.
He also did like I think he did a Psychopath intro as well.
Yeah,
right?
that was
Yes.
with his band, and he did the ending. I think no, it's the opening for 91 Days, and a lot more stuff. He was he represents the time where I first started watching anime and first getting into anime intros, and he was the first one I remember that I actually checked out beyond just the anime intros, and he did I think the opening to Psychopath. So either way, he was the first one I checked out. He does interesting music, but definitely it's also through him that I started tending towards more emo music, I would say. Because my list goes through a timeline. It's a timeline from left to right, except the middle. There I just put Polo G. But we'll get to him. So that's when I tended slowly towards 21 Pilots. That's in more recent years. This was in second high school, I think. In my second year of high school, I started listening heavily to 21 Pilots. I think nowadays I'm a bit sick of their mainstream hits, but I still feel some some songs of them definitely. Also, I was a huge fan of the first and second album, which isn't that well known because it's very sad and gives us sad and very emo vibes. But I wasn't.
Yeah.
I had this phase, the emo phase. Many people have an emo phase. So.
He didn't dye his hair black, and he didn't get any piercings.
But he dyed his neck black. I don't know.
What?
Wait, haven't you seen his neck? He has like a black neck. Look it up while I'm.
No, I meant you.
No, what? Oh, I thought you were talking about 21 Pilots. No, I didn't dye my neck black. Sorry.
No. But like, as a dude who has a girlfriend and a lot of friends who are really into 21 Pilots, and I also I really enjoyed Heavy Dirty Soul back in the day.
Yeah.
I really liked that album, and also the one that came after it, which was what was it called? Bandito? No.
No, that's one song, but isn't it called I don't want to say. I don't want to talk bullshit again.
It's the yellow one with the vulture.
Yeah, I know which one though.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed both of these albums. I don't really listen to them as much anymore as I used to.
Trench.
Like just like you. Trench.
Yeah.
That's what it called. Yeah. I really like both of these albums as well. I think they're very good. I just don't listen to them as much anymore. They were always kind of
I definitely
a backup band for me, I guess.
I definitely had a phase where I only listened to 21 Pilots. Like every song was just 21 Pilots. It's also nice because this was the time when I actually possessed Spotify. I had Spotify, so I can just go look at my history of liked songs, and I actually see the phase when it started with Stressed Out, and then it just completely exploded in my music timeline with only 21 Pilots.
I listened to them, and I think 1975. I think I discovered both of these together.
Oh, yeah.
It was also like same time as you, I think. I think I listened to them a bit earlier.
Yeah, that can be. You also listen.
Because I think I remember you being like, do you know 21 Pilots? I was like, yo, bro, you know them too?
Yeah. No, I actually think you showed me their not that well-known hits, still hits, but I didn't know them at the time, so I also got to know them more through you. Also,
I don't know. I think you discovered them by yourself.
I don't remember anymore. I know that you showed me Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Which also, I think their earlier albums when Brandon Urie wasn't solo were also very not very emo-like, but emo-like.
But still, no, there was some emo in there.
That also tended me towards more 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots is definitely one of the heavier, especially the first two albums, heavier emo albums out there, I think. Moving on, this is Fivefold, a band that I discovered through my brother. Fun fact, because he was watching Fairy Tail AMVs.
That's so random.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I discovered them through Fairy Tail AMVs by my brother showing me one.
I don't know what's more sad. You discovering them because of Fairy Tail AMVs, or the fact that your brother was watching Fairy Tail AMVs?
I, for the record, I don't like Fairy Tail and I haven't watched it, but my brother showed it to me and I thought, man, the music is nice. Who are they? And this is the band called Fivefold. They are not that well known. And
I think you showed a picture or a song, because I feel like that visual is familiar.
Yeah, I showed a few songs to you and both you and Stevie. They're like they are rock, like not that heavy type rock, but they feel like more old school rock, not that influenced by metal and not that influenced by pop. And and they are perfect just to get you hyped up. They also have some more sadder songs, but the guitar and the heavy singing always pumps you up. And they just do it for fun, for passion. They are, I think, a bit older than the general artists that I have here. Generally, I listen to people that are in their 20s or 30s. Not that it really matters to me, I'm just saying. But I think they are in
I
their...
mean, Eminem's also pretty old by now.
By now,
think
but
about
I
it.
listened to music from him when he was around that age.
Yeah, true.
But these guys are just, I think, normal working guys that have a band for fun in their 30s, 40s, I think. And yeah, they...
Oh, so they don't like do it as a main job, you mean?
No, because they're relatively unknown. Also, they didn't produce any a big album recently. Not hit. They never really had a hit. It's just something I discovered, and I thought it sounded nice. And it's one of those things where I thought, why don't people listen to them more? So I also kind of like how they are not that big, so I can always recommend it. And I wanted to have a pick that wasn't that mainstream, since everything I have on here, more or less, is very well known. So yeah,
I see.
Fivefold. If you like more old school style rock, check them out. Real bangers, in my opinion, and it always hypes you up, which I really like.
Stevie, what's your relation to older rock? I mean, you said you like Queen, right?
Yeah,
How
I
do
do.
you feel about stuff that's like a bit older, maybe 80s, 90s stuff?
That's a good question.
Did you ever like? I mean, you said you listen to the radio, so you kind of always
Yeah, so
listen
I
to
have
some of it.
I have
but
some exposure.
have you ever like actively looked up stuff that's kind of around that age, I guess?
No, not once. I never. That's like the most. I feel like the most average music I listen to.
Oh, in your opinion, like the most 6
like,
out
I
of
don't-
10.
The most 5 out of 10.
Okay,
Oof.
going
Like
hard.
You offended a lot
is
of
a-
people right now.
I offended a lot of people. I like Queen, so that's my redemption, I guess.
Yeah, depends.
No, that's not the redemption. That's the baseline.
yeah. If you don't like Queen, like, what's the point of having ears?
Yeah.
What's the point of having years?
Yeah.
As in age?
No, what's the point of having ears? Like,
Oh, ears.
yeah, like organs
Okay.
to listen to
To
stuff.
hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Your voice is also quite pretty, Alex.
Why?
It's a silent.
I
Say
didn't-
thank you.
I didn't get the joke. Sorry.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I shown you Fivefold, Stevie. Do you remember them?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice. But what was your opinion of them? 5 out of 10, like you said.
Yes.
Okay,
Some songs were a bit over. Some songs were I didn't like at all.
yeah, I get it. It's just also Fivefold kind of when I have a fight with my brother, or I argue with my brother, and I play Fivefold, it just disappears. The tension disappears because we bond over old times. So it also represents a nice bond with my brother that I have over Fivefold.
I see.
Nice.
So it also connects to some memories, which is nice. I remember, I think about 5 months ago, I started re-listening to them just for nostalgia's sake. And my brother heard it, and he also started re-listening to it at the same time.
Nice.
Then we have, we skip Polo G. We'll leave that one at last. We have anime. Sorry.
We have
we have-
anime.
We have M and then we have Eminem. He was kind of I think for a lot of people, the introduction of hip hop for me. I obviously started listening to his hits, his more emotional songs, especially connected with me, like Toy Soldier. I really liked that one. Uh, Obviously, Rap God. Everybody knows Rap God. Everybody loves Rap God, I think. And Stan became sparked the whole naming of the Stan culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's genuinely here. It's not that I dislike Eminem. Like I think no one that listens to hip hop and moves on from Eminem moves on and dislikes him. Maybe the newer stuff, but you can never say that Eminem was shit after all that he's done for the hip hop world and
Yeah.
after popularizing it. So if you, I had a friend, for example, who told me after listening to 3 years of Eminem and moving on from him and listening to other stuff that he thought Eminem was shit. Like I don't get that. Like you listen to this guy 3 years. After 3 years, maybe you're sick of him. I get it, but you cannot say that he's shit because Eminem is the goat.
Think about it this way: if someone were to watch 3 years worth of SAO and then watched other stuff and then came back and said SAO shit, then I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. The
No.
the only difference is that SAO is actually shit.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel the same way. I've been slowly removing him from my music library, I guess, because I think we both like listen to a lot of his stuff, but now that I'm kind of older and recognize more of what he's about, I just disagree with a lot of his views, and like some of his stuff hasn't aged very well.
Oh
A lot
yeah,
of
that yeah,
misogyny is in
okay.
there, a lot of lot of slurs in there that wouldn't fly today. And just generally, like but also like he has changed a lot. I guess I
True.
do kind of still like also some of his newer stuff. I don't think he ever was like completely lost it or
No.
something.
But you have to you have to respect the art that he
Thank you.
produced. You have to respect the way that he paid, I think, either way.
Yeah, definitely. And
Um
like you said, he was a big entry step for a lot of people into
yeah.
hip hop.
Also
But yeah,
he
not a nice dude. Don't like him.
no yeah, but he also it's some stuff, yeah. I can see that. But I think he's also inspired he also did a lot of good while he had some bad tendencies. I think a lot of people can relate to his struggles and maybe went through the same struggles and through his music kind of got over it. I think I don't want to defend his homophobic tendencies or stuff like that, or his slurs. I just want to say he also did some good. It's not just bad. Just
No, definitely.
it's just that people, I think many people just see the black and white stuff nowadays, even on Twitter. If you look at something like Twitter, it's only black and white stuff. Like I think even though he did a lot of bad, I think he's not the best role model. In any case, I think neither
Yeah.
of the four rappers that I have here are good role models. I think you also can't deny the good that they've done in for a single person.
Yeah, no, with him it's definitely there's a lot of gray there. A lot of very, very gray there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not all black. The same goes for Juice WRLD, 5v4, and Polo G that I have on this list. But yeah, at the same time, let's get into Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD was and still is a legend to this day, in my opinion, for the hip hop community. When Juice WRLD was first popping off, people thought that he would be the Michael Jackson of hip hop in the future. And I think it didn't quite come to that, but just seeing how much eyes are on him still 2 years after he died, it's just incredible how much this man accomplished in the hip hop world. and it's so sad seeing him gone. I know it's stupid, but it's also very sad, his death. He died from an overdose. Not going into the detail, just wanted to say, because it's relevant to his songs, because throughout his newer songs, especially his newer album, his newest album after he died was titled Legends Never Die. And you see throughout his album, it was just a cry for help, a cry that he couldn't stop this addiction of his alone. And it's so sad hearing that after he passed away. I think that got a lot of people thinking about drug abuse. And he was never... The thing I hated with 2016, 17, 18 rap, which still goes on to this day, is the amount of drug consumage that they encourage, right? Yeah. However, Juice WRLD never really encouraged it directly in his first songs, maybe, but he always had this outlook that they are killing him and they do harm. It always seemed like an outcry for help, but people just didn't listen, and it came to his death through the drug usage. So very sad story, and you can't deny he had some real bangers. He inspired a whole new wave of the hip hop genre, the emo rap genre, and was definitely a newer inspiration to the current hip hop scene. I started getting into trap music, into hip hop music, in that kind of direction, that kind of melodic direction through him.
Yeah.
He was basically the one that was after Eminem in the evolution line, and he just makes you feel sad. Like I can't listen to too much Juice WRLD because it just makes you sad, which is a good thing. It invokes powerful emotions, and it's a mixture between the music makes you sad and what happened to him makes you sad. But he also has some real hyped up music, so there's a bit of everything in his music, I think. For example, his track with Nuketown. His track Nuketown, for example, is really metal. It's really hyped up rap music. So he can step in a lot of different genres, not just emo rap. Yeah, Penny, sorry.
No, it's fine. While we were on the topic of like depressing music, do you guys listen to a lot of sad music or like depressing music? Because for me, as someone who has a girlfriend with a very emo metal and like punk taste, I guess, in music, she like listens to a lot of stuff that is very, from my view, kind of deals with a lot of depressing topics, or also just has a depressing sound,
a depressing like tone.
Yeah. And for me, I don't enjoy that music a lot. Like in special cases, I do enjoy it, but for the most part, I don't really like depressing music. Sometimes like the lyrics can be depressing still. Like for example, I think Eve is a pretty good example.
Yeah.
But generally, when it comes to tone and sound, I generally prefer very like, not I wouldn't say upbeat, but more like hype, or generally like not depressed music.
Yeah. Like I do not mind like slow music. Like I prefer the more I like the upbeat / calm music. Like if it makes me sad, then I don't like it.
No, it's I had this thought recently. As I mentioned, I actually wanted to touch upon this topic because as I mentioned before, I'm building this hype up playlist because I recently found out that based on your mood, there's there's, at least for me, because I get really emotional when it gets to music, I want to enhance a certain mood with my music, or change a certain mood with my music. For example, if I'm happy, I want to hear happy music, right? Because I feel like if you hear depressed music, if you're happy, then you just get depressed. But if you're sad and depressed, then hearing depressed music actually helps you. It's not like it gets you more depressed, because you feel like you can relate, and therefore you can, you can relate, and you can get through that sad stage. Or maybe if it's just a sad day, sometimes popping out that sad music, maybe I can't deny it makes you happy, but you can relate, and the next day you wake up with a clearer mind. I feel like that's what happens to me when I hear sadder music.
I see.
Also,
Yeah, because like I had a similar discussion with my girlfriend, because like she does
what did she
generally
say?
prefer more. Yeah, she kind of said the same thing, like you
Okay.
said, that depressing music, especially in depressing times. I don't know, like also with punk, I find it very metal as well, not just punk. Both of those styles I find very noisy most of the time. Because as much as I like the Doom soundtrack, as much as I think that shit's banging, I don't listen to much metal.
Yeah.
But like, while I think of it as noise sometimes, because like it's too present, I guess. Sometimes when I just want the situation to be calm, maybe like during eating something or so, then I don't want to like listen to hardcore metal or something. But for her, it's relaxing, which I found very interesting, because for me it's quite the opposite. Because like, because of its very commanding presence, I guess. But for her, it's a way to like let out some steam, I guess.
I get that. I get that. Like, but also, like I said, like if I have a good day, if I just won the lottery, if my penis grew another meter or something like that, if I'm just happy, I'm not going to put on that Billie Eilish song, I'm just vibing. But some nights at 3 a.m. you just think about life, and how something you achieved just didn't really matter that much, and stuff like that. And then you put on that sad song, and you just you go to sleep, and you're sad, but you still can relate to that song. And I think that's, at least for me, that means a lot.
I see. You want to keep going?
Yeah. Especially since we were on the topic, because Juice WRLD, as I said, is a bit of has a bit of a more depressing tone. I have something completely different. Because while I think Polo G and Juice WRLD are not the stereotypical rapper that talk about money, fame, and bitches, Fivio Foregn absolutely does. So Fivio Foregn is a drill rapper, which just means that they are inspired by more UK rap, and that's it's a more turned up, heavier version of normal rap. Still very not that melodic, but just hitting hard. I can't really describe it. You really need to listen to him. It's not that I think. I absolutely don't think anyone will enjoy it. Even in the hip hop scene, it's a very particular taste. But it's just music that you can turn to, and you literally feel like a god. You feel powerful, and you feel like just spitting on someone's face.
That is a very particular taste.
Yeah, I think someone summarized.
Not all people are into getting spit on.
No. Someone, you spit on someone, not the other way.
Yeah, no, I get it. I was making a joke.
And someone in the comments, I think, described it very well. In Fivio Foregn's video, I think someone wrote a comment, "This song makes me want to step on a Lego."
Ah.
Also, I while we're on the topic of comments, some of Juice WRLD songs I found also a very interesting comment, because many of those emo rappers kind of have to have to adjust the English language to the flow, so it's really hard to understand some lyrics. So someone I saw in the comments just wrote, "Oh, I love the part where Juice WRLD sang Minecraft enchantment language." That was also a nice comment that I just wanted to highlight. So yeah, Fivio Foregn is definitely a rapper that I know he's just my particular style, and I just enjoy him that way. I don't think too much about it, about the lyrics, about the music, about the stuff he raps about, fucking bitches and having money and stuff like that. I just hear completely for the sound, for the melody, and just to turn up and just make me feel cool. It makes you feel cool. I think that's the best expression.
I see.
But
I
yeah,
get that, yeah.
very, very particular sound that I actually don't think you will enjoy. So afterwards, when we show each other different artists, I think Fivio Foregn, I'ma leave him out.
Yeah. I think, like, because you were talking about it, I think RTJ, I don't know how his sound is, but RTJ, I think for me, has a very similar feeling where you listen to an RTJ song and you're like, I want to fuck some shit up, I guess.
Yeah, Fivio Foregn, you all know what ad-libs are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in one of his favorite one of his most heard songs is I think it's called I think it's Big Trip. I think that's the one, Big Drip, which is also a super funny title, and it's basically a song just consisting out of ad-libs, and he just clowns on himself every time, and therefore clowns on the other rappers, because he says he made so much money just by doing ad-libs, and I found it so funny. Like, he's so full of himself, and it just shows, and it's funny, and it just makes you want to turn up. But yeah, coming to Ado, which Stevie already had in her playlist.
We didn't really talk
Her?
about her, right?
Yeah, because Stevie
I didn't really go into it. No.
Stevie didn't go into detail.
Then
Which
it is time now.
which is
I left you the chance.
yeah, you
Alex,
left me the
of course.
spotlight.
I
Yes,
mean, you were
did.
the one that discovered her, right? From
So Ado is another God's blessing from my brother. Everything that isn't really rap or that Benny showed me in my earlier years, I discovered from my brother pretty much. And I also made him discover some music like Juice WRLD and stuff. So we are big on exchanging music. I really love that between me and my brother. And he shows me a lot of Japanese music nowadays, because I really started getting into it. And one of my favorite artists that represents this newfound love from Japanese music, because as you can see, I have TK from Ling Tosite Shigure, and I had a time where I listened only to other cigarettes and stuff like that. The real renaissance for my taste was through discovering the Jujutsu Kaisen intro from Eve, and afterwards Ado. And Ado is an artist that really clicked with me. I really love, I wouldn't say every single one, but 95% of her songs I really love. I love how I've never heard someone in control of their voice as someone as controlling of her voice as Ado.
someone who's in control of their voice,
Yeah,
the way she is.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad English.
That's fine.
But yeah, I think when I first heard Usewa, which is her breakthrough hit, I thought that it was a group. I legit thought there were 5 different voices. When I knew that she did it all on her own, I was so impressed, and I started checking out her other songs, and she had some real bangers. I still think her her best work is Usewa. I know you really like Gira, Benny.
Gira, yeah, I don't really know what my favorite song was with her. I think Gira is definitely one of the ones I like more. Um, but yeah, I have. Like the first time you showed her to me, I was like, oh yeah, so that's I heard of that. I think Kali made a cover of that. I
Yeah.
think I saw that one before you showed me the original. And yeah, no, I think Usewa is a very good song. It's a great song even. I just it just didn't click with me as much, but like it made me interested enough to like check out her other stuff.
Yeah.
And I like as you say, like her vocal range, not just from a pitch perspective, but how dynamic her voice
How
is
she
within
forms
the
her
song and
voice,
how
it's
she
insane.
shifts. Yeah, yeah, exactly. How she like shifts around throughout the song is so impressive. She can, I don't know, she has this very raw emotion that she's
Yeah,
very good at conveying. Um, I think Usewa is just one of the examples where you can really hear it. Um,
definitely.
she has this primal rage, I guess.
And since
She
we're at
can be.
since
Can I add? I also wanted to add something.
yeah.
At first, I think she also her voice allows her to do like very different styles of music.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Like some of, I feel like if you listen from one song to the next, you'd think they're different people because the genres of the song is different.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also yeah, and also her voice just sounds different in so many songs.
Yeah,
I
not
think
just
I think it
not
really
just in
also
one
just
song.
like is complemented by the mixing and how her songs are built up, because like as much as her vocal range is dynamic, the
The
songs are dynamic
instrumentals
as well.
are
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
the instrumentals
course.
are insane. Since we were on the topic of rage before, or how her voice sounds so rough, when I first heard Ado, I was really impressed, and it struck me as such a confident person. And just from the sound alone, and how she conveys it, but hearing her interview was one of the most interesting things I have heard from an artist, because Ado just recently blew up, and I think she's probably the youngest on this playlist. She's, I think, 18 or 19 years old.
19 as far as I know, because I think she broke out with Usewa 2 years ago, and I know she was 17 at the time she recorded Usewa. And I
Yeah,
think that was 2 years ago.
and it's insane how she says she's not a confident person at all, and how humble she is actually.
I think that just comes from the fact that she's Japanese.
No, but not even that. It's like yeah, okay, maybe she's Japanese, but for the humble aspect, but that she has so little self confidence, as she demonstrated in her interview that's also up on her channel, is really astonishing to me, because it's not like she talked about it before the success, of herself. And even if you listen to other singers in the same category, they have a lot of self-confidence, at least from what I've heard, but it really seems that she has struggled loving herself, which she also said in an interview that Kira is her favorite song because of one lyric, and that lyric is that God made her with his left hand, which she could relate to. And I was really struck by that, because I felt like she conveyed such a powerful and confident emotion through her songs, which made me think maybe this is how she wants to be.
Yeah.
I think she strives through her music to become a more confident person that feels powerful. And I really love when people put their all into music to almost as a vehicle to convey their own emotion, almost as they were talking to themselves. that also is a theme that I will later touch on with Polo G. But I feel like that really comes through her songs. You really hear that, in my opinion. That's what I hear when I hear Ados Usewa. She just wants them to shut up, and just wants to feel powerful. And that really made Ado for me a more three-dimensional person, even just the story behind her. It made me respect her more, even though you only see JPEGs of her. But yeah.
Well, I definitely do agree that she sounds very confident from like a musical perspective, because the amount of power she puts into some of her vocals is crazy. Like, but it definitely, like, what I meant by like she puts so much raw emotion behind her is that there is always this kind of sadness
you're
to
right.
how she sings, and I don't know, that kind of struck me, and that's why I was so impressed, not just with her vocal range but also like how she conveys herself within the music. And I personally was awestruck by the album. Like I said, you showed it to me and I was like, oh yeah, this sounds pretty good. Let's see what she's about. And then just like banger after banger after banger after banger. And this is definitely, if she puts out more music, she could definitely overcome Eve for me easily.
Yeah. She's definitely almost as big as Eve in Japan. I know that because Usewa was it's funny because you don't really think that's a controversial song, but I've seen videos of people saying that it's actually very controversial in Japan, because people keep just saying to their parents, Usewa, shut the fuck up. And parents really hate it, which is kind of funny.
I think it's such a different culture to us that we can't really relate in the case of like how much of an impact this has, or like I don't really, like, you say that it has a big impact, but I don't know, it's really hard for me to relate to this.
It's for us Westerners, it's really hard to get a glimpse of Japanese hit songs. Like we've seen with help me out, Stevie. What was the first artist? Yoasobi, right? She, for example, had a huge hit. Or King Nu. You know of King Nu? Probably not, right?
No, never.
But they had this huge hit in Japan, which also gathered, I think, 300 million views, which we just don't know about. But yeah, I think also, have you seen the interview of Ado on her channel?
No, I did not know that was an interview, but I'm definitely gonna check it out because it sounds interesting. I'm really interested in what she's like.
Yeah, definitely. You should check it out. One detail I wanted to touch upon that is she became interested in singing after watching Utaite singers on Niji Sanji on her Nintendo 3DS, and I just thought that's funny that she looked it up on
I think I read that somewhere. I feel like I read that somewhere.
You should definitely watch you should definitely watch the interview for more details. It's very humbling.
That sounds amazing. I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's finally move on to your center.
Yeah, I just wanted, can I just touch, just to put out the name, I recently also discovered a band in the same category, in the same Japanese category. They're called the plural of Dio from JoJo's. The band is called Dios. They only have 4 singles out, and they started their band in 2021. But I've shown Stevie my favorite song and the most famous song of them, which I told you about the epic hook they had.
Oh yeah, right. I remember.
I really love their songs. From the first 4 songs that I've heard, I just didn't want to include them because they were too new and they didn't have that much songs out. But they're really underground. They don't have enough monthly listeners. At least I think so. So definitely go check them out as well.
Yeah, I think there generally were so many artists I was struggling with like putting on this list because
Yeah.
there's so much stuff we all listen to and we would like to talk about, but we have to keep it to 9.
Yeah, I especially wanted to shout out them because they were a lesser known band. Because I had other artists that I would have shouted out more than them, but they are well better known. So I'm not going to touch upon the other ones. Another thing, if Penny somehow includes this, because otherwise
Yes.
I'm gonna make a video about it. Because people are very I think I've seen this video from Uta, the Japanese man. I think he's called. He's a very big YouTuber, Japanese YouTuber that does Japanese content for an English audience, and he told me, or he made this video about Ado that Usewa irritates parents because people keep saying usewa, usewa, usewa to their parents, which means shut up.
Shut up.
But I think the song kind of resembles how now I don't want to spout bullshit, but just my interpretation. It resembles how Japanese youth feel about Japanese work ethic and their society built around their very harsh work environment, you know? Because if you really think about it, she just talks about how she just is a normal teenager or a normal teenager that just finished school and started working, and she just diligently her work. She goes to the train. She checks her stocks. A very good investor, a Japanese model worker. And just how intern they just want to scream, you know, and I think that's what I see in Osawa, which also connects with me, because I also always like when you kind of can interpret your own message in the song. And while it certainly is a song that makes you turn up, it's
Back.
You're back.
Hello.
Okay, I just included some inside knowledge, some thoughts. If you want to keep it in there, if you don't, that's okay as well. Let's talk about the goat in the room. What's the
highest in the room?
No,
The highest in the room.
no, that's Travis Scott.
Yes, I know.
The elephant in the room, that was the original. But yeah, I said the goat
Do
in
you
the
get
room.
these goosebumps every time?
Yeah, sometimes. So Polo G. I love Polo G on so many different levels, because I feel like if we if we resume the question from the last episode, like what media would you have that you could listen for the rest of your life? I originally said Polo G as well, and that's because from a musical standpoint, he can do so much. Like, he can make me happy, he can make me sad, he can make me relate, and he can make me cry. Like, I think Polo G is the only no, I had other ones, but he makes me consistently either cry or gives me goosebumps with his music. And it's just every song, it feels like he wants to convey something different. I think a big song that goes under the radar when talking about Polo G is A King's Nightmare. And in this song, he basically, just to demonstrate, because this is an ongoing topic in his songs, he basically tells the story of how it is to grow up in the slums, where you have nothing and where the only outcome is actually to kill people, to survive yourself, to steal, and where you're basically in this trap of endless stealing and killing just to survive. You're just born in the environment of committing crimes, you know, and how it actually is to grow up. It's not all about money and fame. It's just it's a sad situation, and he really despises it, but he can't leave it even after his success. he doesn't want to leave his roots behind, and he describes it in such a visceral and emotional and raw way that you kind of feel when you hear his songs, you kind of feel that you yourself are in this environment, and it just makes you sad. I think the same effect goes with Kendrick's music.
Yeah.
They have a lot of similarities. I personally relate to Polo G more just because of the sound. So I think if Polo G wasn't on there and I would have vibed more or would have been more into Kendrick would have been there, because Polo G also has this very lyrical side to his, which when you listen to a song at first, it really hooks you with the melody and his rhythm and his very nice performance. But when you start actually listening to what he tells you, it makes the experience something completely different, you know. And I can really appreciate that when you have a combination of good listening music while also having the deep lyrics and the emotional lyrics. He always talks about how he tries to convey his music and his life through the speakers. That's a lyric of his. Just to get it off his chest, because he personally can't live without music and conveying these feelings. He would probably die with all his regrets and all his sadness, and he conveys it perfectly. And it's really depressing, but also very. It's amazing how well he conveys that, and therefore I have a lot of respect. Also, he has a lot of good turn-up music, so he also does music like Fivio Foregn's music, where you can just turn up to it. Nothing wrong with that, but I love him mostly for his pieces where he talks about his past, about his drug usage and how it ruined his life and almost killed him, and about all those stories in the slums. He has also this song which is called Bloody Canvas, which is almost told like a movie, only that it was reality, about how his very dear friend who did nothing wrong was shot by an opposing gang in his block, and basically the sheer amount of regret and pain and sadness, and also the anger that he had in himself, where he just wanted to take revenge at all costs, even forfeiting his life for his revenge. Which, yeah, he talks about real stuff and very powerful stories, and I can really appreciate that. No one else makes me indulge in his own life through the music as much as Polo G does.
I find it interesting that, as far as I understand correctly, like the revenge is viewed as a bad thing, I guess, right?
The revenge is viewed as it's not that it's viewed especially as a bad thing, but it's a necessary evil for him to combat those emotions of his. But yeah, it's basically it's a bad thing. Yeah, basically he tells how much he wants to kill the ones that killed his friend, and how that is a horrible thing, but he can't avoid doing it. The same thing goes with the drugs and with the whole situation in general where he grew up.
Yeah, because like my thought with that was, because especially rap is like filled with killing the other dudes without mercy, no revenge. Like, we take revenge, you don't fuck with us, and stuff like that. It's I haven't really like listened to Polo G at all, so I don't really know what he's all about. But it sounds really interesting because he seems like a very different voice in that very hostile environment, and for him to like show that this is a fucked up thing for it to be this way.
Yeah, now to play devil's advocate also, he has songs like I said, he is a mixture between like turn up music with Fivio Foregn and like more on the real side music. He's a bit of this mixture. Depending on which song, it also is a bit of a dichotomy because he raps about money and fame, but then on the other song he raps about how sad his life was and how he's so proud of what he achieved. And while it is kind of hypocritical and it is kind of a dichotomy, it also shows his way of reflecting. Like he wants to make all of what he has. He wants just to better his life and just see everything that he achieved and just basically flex on people. But like he also knows that he earned that stuff by fighting for his life every day. So it almost feels like he kind of earned it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I can understand why. Like I said, I personally can understand if you hate on rappers for flexing and stuff like that. But with rap, I see it's not that black and white. I really think some people deserve the hype and the fame that they get because some rappers went through real hard stuff, even if it doesn't seem like it. And Polo G just demonstrates also this perspective, how the slums are a trap in which you fall into just by being born in there, and you can't escape it.
You also told me once, like, if you still talk about this in your lyrics, but haven't lived through it, that's seen as a especially disrespectful act.
Yeah, because there are some rappers who just talk about how they grew up in the slums without doing that, just for the fame. And naturally, that's...
It's like pretending to have an awful sickness and saying like, my life has been so bad because I have this sickness, and then you're like basically disrespecting all of the people who actually go through bad shit.
Yes.
But yeah, love him or hate him, those are my 3x3s, and I'm thankful that you listened to my stupid opinion of music.
now that this is all over with, I noticed that you guys have, like, I'm only at the stage of yes, I like this song and I like the artist, while you have, like, you actually know about the persons behind them. And do you like look up information, or do you just stumble upon it?
No, I normally stumble upon it and then look up information.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's usually when I like stuff, I want to know more about the person that makes the stuff.
Yeah, it's not the other way around normally. It's not that you go out, go through the Wikipedia and the history of the person.
You go through Wikipedia speedrun to find new music.
But yeah,
and sometimes you regret the fact that you did that.
Yeah,
because you find out the artist you liked is an absolute piece of shit.
Actually, a lot of artists, most I would say there are more famous artists that did horrible things than that were just neutral and didn't do horrible things. Because something always comes to light, even if you look at like Michael Jackson and all many older legends. At the time it came out that they did horrible shit. Thank you so much for listening to our shitty music takes. This was the Press X podcast, the Press X for Music podcast this time. And with me are my music connoisseurs, Benjamin, not Beethoven. We're almost there. We're almost there. And Stevie.
Can't think of any classical musician that starts with ST, can you?
No, there's certainly some kind of Stefan.
Okay.
Whatever.
Stevie the Stradivari.
Stradivari you. Stevie. That sounds better.
Yeah. Stradivari Stevie. Yeah, that sounds sick.
Stevie's my surname.
What is my name? Alex the A-hole. No, okay. Let's leave it at that. That's sadly not an instrument, but I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.